Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. These fly Eagles fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, my do it, Kick Dig back here, and welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. Joey, man, what's happening, my friend?
Doing good, bro. We haven't talked in a while. A lot has happened this past week, two weeks almost. A lot has been going on, so we have a lot to discuss today, no doubt.
Yeah, it seems like we haven't played football in a long time, man. It's going to be great, and we got the extra day of rest, so we'll see how that works. Rocco, what's going on? Jonas, Kyle, Leon, KGK, Mitch, Erie Eagles 24, Donnie, MJ, Stinky Fish. Thank you all for being here. Big Ben, Reginald, Papa Eagle, Clay, Royalty in the house, Barbie the Doll Princess of YouTube, along with 125 and 50. And where are you hiding? Where are you hiding, man? I don't think I've seen you in a while. But it's good to have you back. Good to see you in here. And man, I guess the first thing we should talk about is the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Not only did the Eagles get, a couple defensive backs, one being Jaire Alexander, but Jalen Phillips, man, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the Phillips move was, I think it was something we were waiting for, man. We were waiting for an edge rusher. We knew we needed somebody else. And, there's obviously an injury, the injuries the last couple of years between Achilles and a torn ACL. And then, the connection with Vic Fangio and having 6.5 sacks in 23 with Vic Fangio and, coming in to the Philadelphia Eagles on a really needy edge position, has experience, natural edge rusher, really good talent, got 3 sacks for the year already, and I think it's going to be a really good added value for this room. I think it was a great signing, a third-round pick. That the third-round pick you gave away was our own third-round pick. We kept the third-round pick from the Jets, which we know that's going to be that's a 30-pick difference. It's going to be a big difference on that pick. And we're still getting a comp pick for Milton Williams. So
and you'll probably get one for Phillips if he's to walk. Yeah. So the Eagles really didn't lose anything out of that. One of the things I was very happy about was because we talk so much about Chubbs and about Phillips and getting a guy who's familiar with the system that's going to come in and kind of have an idea of what to do. I think that turns. I think that shortens the learning curve before a guy gets adjusted, because usually, they talk about how at the trade deadline, a lot of times trades don't work out. Well, a lot of times it's because guys got to come in and learn, and you don't have that with him. He's also, from what I've heard, he's playing better as of late. And, my hope is that they resign him long-term because he'll be better next year off of that ACL injury,
Is Nolan Smith on notice with this signing?
Well, I think he is, because if I'm the Eagles, I'm not extending him this year. I'm picking up his option year like I did with Jordan Davis, and I'm not extending it because he's got to show me that he's ready to take on that role, Yep. So it is, but I'm also excited to get him back too. I mean, dude, the Eagles, they got three new edge rushers coming in. That's 3 new. Like, most teams don't do that in a whole off season, let alone a bye week. But that should be a dramatic upgrade for the Eagles, in my opinion. True. Nick, thank you for the super chat, man. First of the day, he goes, I think Jaire starts Monday and becomes good again. That's the wish of all us Eagle fans. We'll talk about Jaire in a minute. Let me answer this one too. At Beastguard, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I just got my Super Bowl ring.
Awesome, bro.
When will you have more? I don't know when they're doing more.
We're not going to have any more probably because distribution, I think, is like sold out. I mean, it's I think they're officially finished with it, unfortunately.
Yep. Yep. Leo, what's going on, man? He goes, the Seattle Seahawks are trending in a notable direction. They may end up being our best competition of playoffs. Thoughts? I got to see them beat the Rams.
Yeah.
In the division.
I mean, look, I know it's 4 touchdown, passing touchdowns in the first half against Washington, but I think we need to chill out and relax a little bit. And of course, like the media is going to run with it and how good they played, but I think, like you said, we got to see more. I think there's just more.
I mean, if they can beat the Rams, like I would not want to play in the playoffs in Seattle just because of the Eagles' history. So that would bother me in that level. But I got to see them beat the Rams. If they beat the Rams, I think if they have to come to Philly, I don't think they stand a chance. I mean, that's just my honest opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. And Leo, man, I've been giving Mark a reprieve the last few days after listening to some of that live stream we did today. I think it's all over. I think we're back to crushing again. Dad says, I pray he can return 22. Yeah. What are your thoughts, man, on Jaire? Like, what do you think?
Well, number one, I was shocked they picked up 2 DBs. I'm surprised they made 3 moves, 3 trades, because the Michael Carter one I like because, God forbid, like, you have a guy now, Michael Carter, that had a big contract last year. I know I'm from New York, so I know a lot of Jet fans, and a lot of people have said, like, he's a really good player. Like, he's solid. He's just, he had, I think, a back injury last year, concussion last year, and he could play inside and he could play safety. So you have another versatile player. And if you need to move Cooper somewhere else, God forbid, an emergency during the game, someone gets hurt, you have Michael Carter that can stick on the inside, because how many, since DeGene has been here, we really haven't had a backup guy on the inside at all. It's been really hard to find a guy like that. But Jaire Alexander, look, he's only played 16 games in 3 seasons. We know there's an issue with him. Like Howie, at the end of the trade deadline, when Howie Roseman had the press conference, when he had the presser, he pretty much was like, that was the trade that he really wanted to make. When the Ravens got him, he really wanted to make that trade. It would have been a really good trade. I just don't know how much juice is left in the tank. I was fighting with Eagle fans left and right after Jaire Alexander, because some people were still complaining. I mean, look, you made 2 moves at DB, and I think a lot of Eagle fans were still complaining, like, at least he's making moves at that position. Like, I don't think Ringo should hit the field anymore. I don't think Adoree Jackson should hit the field anymore. Jacorian Bennett is another one now where they could throw him in there if they want. I don't know what's going on for this week, but Jaire Alexander's got a big opportunity now, and at least on this 1 year, that he could kind of show like that he's still kind of in his prime, coming off an injury. Another one, again, if he could sustain that would be good. But I like the moves for depth purposes, but as starters, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know who they're putting on that field.
Do you think he's start? Because there's been rumors that he might start this week. I don't know what to make of that, but I mean, to me, it's kind of like I think that would be. Like, that would wow me, because, he just hasn't had time. So I expect Ringo to start tomorrow. Now, there's also talk that Carter could be moved to safety. They did cut Marcus Epps, so they only got, 3 safeties, active safeties. Could he be a guy where they go from slot corner to safety? I think that's something interesting to watch, too. Maybe we get another C.J. Gardner-Johnson situation.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really know about that until like they talked about it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he played safety as well. I don't know how many snaps he's had at safety with the Jets, if he's been there. But realistically, like, I think you got more depth. You're pushing out the weaker talent, and you're hopefully bringing a couple guys that are a lot better than what you already have. But it almost seems like I really don't want this to turn into like a CB2 by committee where they're just like still trying to figure it out. They're plugging in guys like Nick was talking about, shapes and sizes and different cornerbacks that have different skill sets, and putting them up against specific guys, who you're facing offensively every week. I don't want to go through, like, you don't want to keep rotating guys, putting them in cold, because I don't think it's going to work out too much. So I don't know from what it looks like. It feels like Jaire Alexander started this week. I don't know.
Wow.
But we'll see.
Yeah, that's crazy. Frank says, do you guys want to see something crazy? Open up Google AI and ask for this year who the top 10 quarterbacks are. Okay, I will do that later. I'll definitely do it. Dad says, I pray he can return 22 form. Man, if he returns to 22, if he does return to 22 form, I think the league's in trouble. I mean, I think All I want him to do is be competent. Just be out there competent, be a solid number 2.
Mm-hmm.
If we get that, we're fine.
No.
Dib been a member for 4 months. Thanks so much. He says, go Birds all day. Let's see. Christopher, Michael, thank you for the super chat. Thinking Alexander starts at some point. Not saying this week, but eventually. Don't need to be all pro. Yeah, just decent. Phillips was a beast. Phillips will be a beast. I think Phillips is going to be. It's going to be interesting watching Phillips. I don't remember a team that went into a bye week and came back with basically 3 new guys that were legitimately going to be a big part of your team.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, it was like a day or two before their Thursday night game that they had, and I guess the GM Greer was like, we're not going to have a fire sale, blah blah blah. They lost that game I think it was against the Bengals, and then Friday they fired their GM, and it seems like everything changed after that. But they still didn't have a fire sale. The only player they got rid of was Jalen Phillips. Chubb didn't get, no one else got traded. We heard, Jalen Waddle rumors, Minka Fitzpatrick rumors. I mean, all these rumors, had only one guy off the Miami Dolphins traded to the Eagles.
Yeah. LJ says, serious question. When a player dies during a season, what are the cap implications? Rest in peace to the kid, no disrespect. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure you have to pay some part of it still.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of it has to go against their cap. I don't know how they go about it, but I would imagine it's probably a little different than retirement.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, geez, that's only happened a handful of times I can think of, in season.
Yeah.
I don't remember other guys doing it. I mean, I guess Sean Taylor would be the last one I can think of.
Who's the other Cowboys player that died in the car crash? Two Cowboy players were I forgot what two Cowboy players were
back in the 90s. You mean? Yeah,
I forgot when it was.
I don't remember who that was.
But
Leo says, "Too late, bro. I'm broken. I broke him today. I'm no longer welcome to his channel." Oh yeah, so F his couch. I'll clue you in on Dallas. Okay, so Mark kicked you off his channel. Jesus. Oh boy. Yeah, they were talking in the Cowboys chat about making the playoffs and how they're gonna do this and how they got 6 new players and they're back. They're back. Cowboys are back.
They got Quinn Williams now. I mean, look, you lose a game and you're acting as if there's hope for the season still. I mean, look, the Cowboys still have 2 first-round picks next year, I think. So they got rid of their 27th first. So they still have draft capital next year, but Quinn Mitchell only has 1 sack of the year. I know it's a bad team, but
no. I mean, he's a good player and he'll help them next year, but they're 3-5-1. They're lousy. They're a lousy football team. They've got a schedule. They still have the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Detroit Lions, just to name a few.
Yeah.
They've got no hope. Dad says Phillips is the perfect fit for our locker room. Reminds me of Harrison Bader trade. Bader brought a spark to the Phillies and was perfect fit for the clubhouse. I think it's a great trade too. I mean, I was pushing Chubbs only because I thought he was he would be cheaper and help you more in 1 year. But I mean, I'm very happy with Phillips. How could you not be?
And I think because he's 26, this is more than a 1 year. This is like a re-sign candidate now, potentially. So I think that we have to take that into account, that he could. And look, I don't think he'll be a plus 30, plus $40 million contract if he plays really well. You have to take the few years and say, look, the guy's had an injury history. He's healthy this year. And if it takes off, I mean, look, we've been waiting. And look, I think the deeper rotation you have, the better Jalix Hunt is going to play. I don't know what Nolan Smith's going to do his first game back. I can't really expect that much, but you never know. But Jalix Hunt, I feel like, is starting to peak just a little bit the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he has.
Which is really good. So, but you're bringing a guy in like this, we've been waiting for a guy to line up next to Jalen Carter and kind of help out these DTs from getting double teamed. And now offensive lines are going to have to pick their poison with these guys. And it's going to be a tougher matchup.
It is. So, Logan Motorsports says, "Hey, Joey."
What's up, Logan?
Hey, Logan. What's up, man? Barry Princess of YouTube says Mark said we hold the playoffs destiny in our hand. Yeah, he's doing videos now. The Eagles hold the Cowboys' destiny in their hands. It's like, dude, you gotta stop. You have no destiny. Your destiny is to sit on the couch next to me and drink eggnog and eat Cheetos in December. That's about it, What was I gonna ask? Shit, I forgot what I was gonna ask. I wanted to ask something, but I can't remember what the hell it was. But it was regarding the Eagles and I think of the pass rush, but I can't remember what it was exactly. Oh, what the frick was it? It's gonna drive me nuts.
Boop. Happens.
The Cowboys will literally have to run the table and have a shot at the playoffs. Also, unless their secondary completely plays different, it won't make a difference. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you look at that NFC North, all those teams are pretty good.
Yeah,
Minnesota's the worst team in it, but Chicago's playing good football. Green Bay is good. Detroit is good. Then you have all of a sudden the immersion of Seattle, who's playing good. They got the same record as we do. And
yeah,
then
I think so.
Then you have the Rams and the Niners. I don't see how the NFC East puts in one more team. One playoff. They're gonna have one division winner. I don't see any wild cards coming out of the East.
No.
Dre Diesel, thank you for super chat. He goes, "Hey, my guys, any news on who's going to start cornerback 2? Honestly, I don't ever want to see Jackson or Ringo again this season."
Don't blame you.
I actually thought Ringo played good.
Hey, stop.
I did.
You gotta stop.
You got it. Listen, you got to give him credit where credit's due. I'm not saying he's the answer, but man, maybe some positive vibe. Come on.
Yeah, I get it. Look, they were down a corner going to that game. They weren't down another corner later in the game. And look, I'll give respect. Look, he was serviceable the game. I'll say that. But that's it. That's as far as it goes for me. But he's serviceable. Not saying he's shut down. He's just serviceable. So as a depth perspective, serviceable.
And that's a pause, okay. No Diddy, by the way.
Why?
Because you said he's serviceable.
Yeah.
Pause.
So, no Diddy. That doesn't sound that bad.
Hey, let me service you.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it like that.
I know. I'm busting your balls.
No, I know.
Carmen says, you guys are great together. Deep diving 500 plus the Barco's balls is funny show weekly. Thank you, man. We appreciate that, man. It's going to be – there's a lot of stuff with how the defense is going to work out. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be interesting how many snaps Jalen Phillips gets on Monday, because I think he's going to get significant amount of snaps. And then how are they going to work the rotation? And then what do you do with Jaire Campbell? That's the question. What are we going to do with him?
His snaps are going to get even worse. His snaps are going to be worse. And you have a first-round pick that's doing literally nothing right now since the Kobe Dean is back.
He's not bad.
No, he's really not.
He's played really good for a rookie. But Dean has been so good since coming back.
He has. I know.
I don't know what they're going to do. Nick, thank you for super chat. He goes, guys who starts Campbell or Dean, there you go, can't bench him. I think the way I would play it is I would start Dean, especially in first and second, on known passing situations.
Yeah.
I think you put Campbell in.
Let him
because
rush.
I think Campbell's better. I think he's a better in coverage than Dean.
Yeah.
But he's not as good against the run. You know what I mean? And then sometimes I would move him to edge rusher. Now, what's interesting was, Jalen Phillips, like Brandon Graham, at times on passing situations can play inside. He can rush from the inside. I mean, he's what, 250 something pounds, 260 pounds.
Yeah,
he's bigger than all
6'4",
these guys, man.
6'4".
Yeah, I mean, we needed somebody with some size.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Statistically, he's the best defensive lineman coming to the Eagles. I think he's the number one defensive lineman in the Eagles with pass rush. I think win rate percentage and presser percentage. I think he's the number one defensive lineman coming to the Eagles right now. So
yeah. As Philly says, and thank you for that super chat. But as Philly says, how many tush pushes should they run? Like the first 3 downs I'm running to start the game.
That
like,
is
bust their balls. Bust their balls.
Yeah, because that's the number one team that's given us besides the Bills that ran the fucking play twice, and nobody even talks about them running it. So
go have yourself. It's time to stage an intervention. 500 is smoking crack. Yeah, I know. It's been a long day, dude. Jordan, thank you for super chat. Serviceable is crazy work. Shout out my dog, right? Yeah. 6'5", 260. It's good, man. Yeah. Somebody said 6'7". I don't know what this 6'7" shit is. I hear my kids dude, it drives me nuts though. LJ, they were super chat. He goes, Joey, give me back my wife, you diabolical menace. Okay. We're gonna be a diabolical menace on Monday night when we play. You know, what do you think? Like I didn't do a preview video today because I was out of town all day, but I think for the Eagles, like offensively in this game, of course, I think you got to get that running game going. I think you have to be able to run the ball, and you should be able to run the ball in Green Bay. But if the Eagles, to me, can stay out of 3rd and long, they're going to win this game. Yeah, because what does Green Bay want? They want to get those guys that rush the pass. They want to pin their ears back and go after you. If you could keep it 3rd and manageable, like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, I don't think Green Bay can stop us.
No, I think you just run the Micah Parsons side. I mean, Carolina, they completely shut him out last week. Like he did nothing last week.
I know.
So there's definitely a lot of tape on that, and we've done it before. We got to run the ball well. I think you're running this team pretty good, and you're getting AJ Brown back this week, which is good. So that's going to help tremendously. You won without him last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. So
yeah. Dad says, we have to win the next 3 games to take over the NFC. Well, let's see. I would say the next 2 games. If you win the next 3, if you split, it would depend how it works out. But he's right. If you win the next 2 games, in my opinion, it's over. Because then you've got tiebreakers on Green Bay, Detroit, Tampa, and LA, right? And if you then beat Dallas on top of that. What is that? 3 more wins, so you're 9-2. Yeah, you're set. Yeah, I mean these next 2 games, like I said before, like at the bye, when the byes are the season begins now. It begins now. This is it. We go through the September's preseason and kind of feelings no. Now you have to start playing. The good teams play.
Yeah, I think part of it too is you want to get in a good situation where you don't have to rely on the 2 matchups with Washington and one with the Cowboys. Understand, they're not playing well right now, but when a team when they have nothing left to lose, those are the most dangerous teams that try to take you out. And trust me, I'm not even saying that's going to happen, but you always got to be careful of that. So
yeah, Dre D, the D is serviceable. Defense, I mean, you sickos. I know. We're just joking around. Caval says, I just have to know, Philly, how do you stay with the times with the no Diddy shit, but you can't stay with the times with hashtag shit? I don't know. It's like the Diddy stuff is people pester me that, they put that in my mind in the chat and stuff early before I think anything formed in my stupid little brain. But hashtag, I was using the hashtag back in school with beepers and whichever. So I just can't get over it now. I'm old.
Well, I think Philly just learns. I think the chat has him I think he learns over time.
I keep up with stuff for the chat,
Yeah.
I do. I don't know half the shit, dude. They're telling me about singers and stuff. I have no idea who any of these people are. I'm like, no, I'm watching 18 reruns, dude. Twid says we are gonna stump a mud hole in Parsons' candy ass run all day. I agree. Hey, what do you think of what are you thinking about Brandon Graham and his role? Are you excited to see him back on the field? Do you think he's gonna be more impactful than you think, or what?
I think he will be impactful, to be honest with you. I think it's going to, not even just for himself, but I think it's going to put a nice jolt into the defensive line. I think the energy is going to be really high. And him and I think Phillips have a good relationship as well. They've kind of, so Phillips has learned the culture and everything like that. So it's huge to have him back. I have no issue. I never had an issue bringing him back. I just didn't want that move to be the answer that they were going to have for the trade deadline. Or, I mean, didn't matter. They didn't trade for him. They just signed him off the street, obviously. But I just didn't want that to be the actual move they made. But as an added depth piece, even if he gets like 3 to 5 sacks this year, maybe he'll do better than that. I mean, great. Amen. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But it's a great move.
Yeah. Kevin says, Kevin and Heather, Lincoln, Nebraska. Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you? Ringo and Sydney scare me for our own team. Heat-seeking missiles with no guidance. Ringo did good until he hit Moro Jomo toward the end of the game.
Oh, yeah, the helmet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the tank? Do you think he's going to be the number 2 back?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you've got a legit two-headed monster. I would continue that. Like I would continue to use those 2 guys to wear down, teams. Like, you can't do it like they did early in the season where it's like obvious and predictable. Like, I think you keep putting Hurts under center. I think you keep using play action, and I think you'll be able to run the ball with both those guys. I think Barkley's second half of the season, like I have a feeling Barkley's about to take this thing to another level. Like, I think that Giants game was a huge game for him to get going. And it looked like Landon Dickerson looked a little healthy. Yeah. I know Juergens is out again.
We knew it, bro. We knew something was up with him.
Yeah. But I'd rather have a healthy Toth than an injured Juergens, so let him rest. But if that offensive line starts getting a little healthy and they start running the ball, I just think it's going to be hard to beat. And really, the Packers have struggled this year against the run. They've struggled mightily against the run.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's going to be, Monday's going to be like 20 degrees. I mean, it's perfect weather for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I think even with Jordan Love, I mean, I think with pressure on him, I mean, he's made some pretty bad throws off of pressure, like some forcing some things downfield, and he did it. He did it in the playoffs last year against us. Did it in the playoffs, and he's done it the last few weeks as well. So, getting pressure on him is key. They have a good running back behind there. Now, I know that their offensive line, I know their right guard is their best. I think he's their best player. I know he's dealt with some injuries as well. They're hurt at receiver. I mean, they have
Tucker Kraft. That's
huge.
Huge. Yeah. He was their best player. Shout out to Bubba.
Their receivers, I mean, they're down a couple receivers. They're, Watson, he's just coming back off an injury, so he's not even really himself yet. They got, realistically, they have B-plus receivers out there. There's nothing that's really that scares you about that offense, but Jordan Love extending plays and making some of these passes, and they could have a running game as well. We'll just see what happens, but I'm not really afraid of their offense.
No, and I think Jacobs has struggled this year, to be honest with you. He's got 141 carries, he's got 534 yards, and he's only averaging 3.8 yards a carry. So he hasn't been all that great. I mean, look, Barkley hasn't played great either, but I think he's averaging over 4 now. So
I
think they're gonna. I think look, I could say this: the Green Bay Packers are going to be like hyped for this game. You could tell last week when Parsons was like talking about Carolina, he was like, yeah, Carolina, they're a good team. We're not going to overlook them because Philly's coming up. As soon as he said it, it was like, oh, they're overlooking Carolina.
And that's not good. You can't you have to take every week specifically, you have to take every week by its own. You can't be overlooking anything because that's when you lose games.
And they ran the crap. I mean,
Dow
had a huge game.
True.
Shiloh says, I can hardly work OBS sometimes. The fact 500 full-fledged content creator at his age is dope as well. Thank you, my man. And I still can't use OBS. I still can't figure it out.
I've said the 500 a million times I could help him, and he still just doesn't want me to help. So
I don't even know where to begin. Clark, thank you for the super chat. We know that the key to Parsons is run right at him. That's true. It's true. You run at him, you get you're in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. I think that's going to be a long day for the Packers. They need to force the Eagles into 3rd and long situations. They really do. Of course, turnovers are always an important part of these games. And A.J. Brown, I don't think we said this earlier, but it is confirmed he is going to play. And I'm so glad that the A.J. Brown stuff is behind us now for the rest of the year at least.
I mean, they started with him the first day of practice. They started with him again, and then Diana Rossini's like, "Oh, the Eagles weren't going to trade AJ." And after he didn't get traded.
Oh my gosh!
Then she has a podcast, right? Then she has a podcast. She's like, "Well, how close were they?" Because it seems like
she made it sound like it was going to happen, And Clark, thank you for that super chat. I do think Bigsby is going to continue to get touches. I do. I really do. SS Phillips says, after the Giants game, Bigsby should be running back too. I agree. Shakurian Bennett should start. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Eat bird shit. Thank you for super chat. He goes, how old are you, Philly? I am
30.
30. Yeah. 30, but I'm 50, but 30. I'm 30 for 50. CZ says, what if I can't wait until some Monday Night Football? I know, I can't wait, dude. It feels like it's been forever, Mm-hmm. We got some interesting games tomorrow. Well, a couple. I think the Buccaneers-Patriots game is going to be a good game. Because I don't know what, people keep asking me, do I believe in the Patriots? I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Patriots. So that's going to be a game. Hopefully the Patriots win. I want some of these teams to lose. I mean, we had the greatest bye week last week.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever see something like that?
No, it's probably the greatest bye week in Eagles history, honestly. I mean, that helped us. That helped us way beyond, not even just for the East, but for the conference. I mean, yeah, had some upsets.
That was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Everybody in the division lost, and then you had Detroit loss. Detroit loses, and Green Bay loses. I mean, you can't ask for anything, better.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to start keeping an eye on Seattle, though. I mean, I just don't believe in Sam Darnold, but they are what, 6-2, something like that.
Yeah.
Muzzletron, member for 25 months. Thanks so much, Phil. You made a good point with LB that Howie did a whole offseason worth of work on the defensive line in a single bye week. Diabolical. Which new returning player has the biggest impact and why? I think it's going to be Jalen Phillips.
Oh, of course.
I think Phillips, but if Nolan Smith can return to the playoff form that he was at, it's lights out. You just need one of these guys to hit, and I think you're set.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is. I mean, think about how many teams. In a whole off season, dude, you transfer your defensive line by 3 players. You know what I mean? And they're doing it in a bye week. You're getting legitimate players back. I'm not talking about practice squad guys. I mean, you're getting legitimate NFL players added to the defensive line,
Yeah, and you're getting guys that, especially with Phillips, I mean, look, maybe there's some terminology he has to learn this week, but other than that, he's going to pin his ears back and attack. Well, I mean, that's all he's going to do. So, you're not getting a player that's out of, that doesn't, has to learn and has to take a week off and not play this week. He's going to get, like you said, he's going to get significant snaps. Everything connects to Brandon Graham, especially to the younger guys like Hunt, like Nolan Smith. I think it's just going to elevate these other guys. And that's what I'm hoping. Nolan Smith, he's got to step up. I think we know that he hasn't played since week 3. So, he's got to show up.
And the underrated part of Phillips' game is that he's good against the run. He's pretty good against the run. I mean, one of the problems we've had is our edge rushers don't set the edge well at all.
Yeah,
and he's going to be much better at that.
And for rush packages, he could play on the inside too.
He can
play outside and inside. So you can always you can do whatever you want with that too.
Absolutely. And Muscletron, I don't know if I thank you, but man, thank you for being a member for 25 months, man. We appreciate it. Dad says we have to run the ball and wear the Packers defense down. Their defense hasn't allowed 20 points the past 4 games. That's interesting. They've allowed so many yards on the ground, but only 20 points. Yeah.
Are they good in red zone?
I guess they're good in the red zone. Bend don't break. And we're really good in the red zone and scoring. So, we'll see. Lon says, I think it was mentioned and hope KP has figured out last year. KM and the O-line running towards the outside. They said with KP, the O-line needs to run at the D-line in the middle. Yeah, I mean, well, in this specific game, I don't think their defensive tackles are good against the run, right? They lost Clark to Dallas, who was their best run stopper.
They have
So
what's
you
his
can
name
run
from
on 'em.
Georgia? What's his damn name? I forgot.
I forget. Yeah,
I forgot his name.
yeah.
I'm having a brain fart.
MVP Hurts. I mean, I think he's gotta be. I think he's gotta be considered. No, and Nick, I don't know if I missed this super chat, but I apologize. He said, "Hot take: Hurts makes a serious run for MVP." Yeah, I mean, I think especially if you win the next 2 games, how can he not be? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You look at some of the guys that they keep praising; it's just absolutely ridiculous to me. You know.
Yeah.
Blaze, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, yo, can't wait to watch this D-line Monday. I know, me too.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about it. I feel like here's my sense of the game is that we're gonna come out and we're gonna have to weather an early storm. I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna be a little messy early. Like the Packers are gonna come out fired up. It's the Eagles. It's revenge for the playoffs. It's all that stuff. You know what I mean? Gustavo, thank you for super chat. Como estás, Joey, for president?
No way in hell.
What the frig is that? What the?
I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. Tal tells us 530. He is, yes. What the heck was that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the updated weather forecast is. They were calling for snow earlier in the week. I don't know if that's still the case, but I do know it's going to be cold.
And that's perfectly fine. Jordan Davis in the locker room, he's like, I don't give a fuck. See, we don't give a fuck about the weather.
I love Jordan Davis. Yeah. The Global Noble goes, man, Monday Night Football just hits different. It does. Well, see, I mean, when you're the Eagles, right, and you're, let's say, the Washington or the Giants or the Bears, right? The Bears still play outdoors, or the Packers. Well, you're used to the cold. You're playing in the cold all the time. Now, I know it gets colder in Lambeau, but these guys play in the cold. That kind of question's for a team like Detroit or the Saints, one of those indoor warm teams.
Yeah, you want to get yourself in a position at the end of the year where you're not going to be on the road to a dome team, and that's going to that's not going to play the strength for the Eagles. Definitely not. So
yeah,
I
mean, Clark, I think, dude, I think Jordan Davis is definitely the comeback player of the year, breakout player of the year. I think defensively, he may be your defensive MVP. At this point. I think Jordan Davis has been absolutely like a Pro Bowl level defensive tackle this year, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I think your DT spot is pretty good. I mean, even Jomo has like 4 sacks on the year. I mean, he's having a pretty good year.
Jomo's having a great year, man.
Yeah, and he still has 1 more year left on his deal here. I mean, he's going to be here for another year too, which is great.
Yeah, both of them are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we can get Carter going, it's lights out. And with Phillips now there and Nolan back, how does that affect Jalen Carter? That's going to be the question,
Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
how are they going to attack shit? How the offense is going to attack that? Yeah.
I have a feeling, like my feeling, and I see people want score predictions. We'll give it at the end, but I feel like my gut feeling is we got a weather storm early in the first quarter, and then we settle in and we take care of them. Nathan says, used to the prime time too. The 1 p.m. has been nice though.
I love it. I love 1 p.m. game. I mean, you don't, but I do.
No, I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it because, but I also don't like the late games either. But like the 1 o'clock game for me is perfect.
Are we officially done with 1 p.m.? I think we have one. Are we done with 1 p.m.? I think we're done. I don't think we have another 1 p.m. PM game anymore.
Well, we're Monday night this week, right? And
Then
then we're
Sunday
like,
night.
I think we're
right?
Sunday night football. Let me see here. I'll tell you. We got Green Bay Monday night. Then we got Sunday night. We got
Detroit.
Then we got a 4:25 game versus Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a Friday game versus
Oh,
Chicago.
Yeah.
Then we got a Monday night versus the Chargers, sorry. You got one Eastern game versus the Raiders.
Okay, one. Okay.
And then you have the Washington games to be determined. The Bills game is a 4:25, and then so there's no time yet on the Washington game, which is probably going to end up being I think 1:00 game because Washington stinks.
So should everything be squared away by like before the second to last game against the Bills? Like, should everything pretty much be like done by that time?
Let's see. So the Eagles if the Eagles beat Green Bay and beat Detroit, then they got Dallas, Chicago, Chargers, Raiders. See, I think if they just win those two games, I think they're really in the driver's seat. But let's say they win the next three games. So they're 9-2. You would have Chicago left, and you would have three AFC teams and Washington twice. Yeah, I think it's not officially wrapped up, but I think you have a really big stranglehold. Because remember, those AFC games, like, they're not going to hurt you in a tiebreaker.
No.
So, like, let's say you lose to the Buffalo Bills, just for argument's sake. It's not gonna hurt your tiebreaker, But I think the next two games, I mean, if you have tiebreakers over the Rams, the Bucks, the Pack, and the Lions, I don't think anybody's going to beat you as the number one seed.
Yeah. God, it would be so nice to have that. Still got a lot of games to play, though.
Yeah. Gustavo, thank you for super chat. Phillips not Pero necesita matanza. I don't know what that means.
No idea.
But thank you, man, for super chat. Something about Phillips is not the guy. I don't know. Leon, thank you for super chat. Strategy for winning changes every year, but one fact remains the same: health. We stay healthy, we make it back to the Super Bowl. Dallas still stinks. Go Birds. That's a great point because we've been banged up, but we haven't had any catastrophes. Knock on wood.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, we've just had issues staying healthy up front. Like look at Washington right now. I mean, that was horrible. I mean, they're just. It's like not even just one. It wasn't even just the Jaden Daniels thing. That was worse enough where he should have been pulled out of that game, regardless, being down 30-something points. But
dude, the Jaden Daniels thing was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. It's like
how? Why would he be? Like, I was streaming that game. We're like, why is he even in the game?
I don't know. Then it's like McCaffrey has a broken collarbone, and then Lattimore's got an AC. It was just like a nonstop, just an injury plague.
Washington's season has gone exactly like I thought it would.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, exactly like we said. Leo says 500. We have a mini bye week coming up that will be crucial. Oh yeah, because we're gonna play.
That helps too. Yeah,
the
Monday
Chicago
to
game.
Sunday.
Yeah. That's gonna be big. If we win, if you beat, let's say you beat Detroit, Green Bay, and Chicago. If you win those three games, I don't think anybody's gonna take. Which assuming you're gonna beat Washington, you're gonna beat those AFC teams, the Raiders. Dallas won't even matter. Pack Attack David Super Chat goes, get ready, Phil. Eagles going down hard. You heard it here first. Pack Attack. All right, Pack Attack. We as Eagle fans, we hear this every week against every opponent.
True.
So we'll see. I know the Packers are up for this game. I mean, they've lost twice to us last year. They lost the Tush push to us during the all season, and then we knocked them out of the playoffs. So I'm sure they want revenge, but he ain't getting it. King of Kings, thank you for super chat. He goes, we have better talent. I'm not worried. about offensive coordinator. No, I actually thought Petulo has been much better as of late. You know what I mean?
I think the handcuffs have come off our QB a little bit, and he's definitely added some motion. He's added some RPOs. They're playing under center. You know, they're running to the outside now, which is good. You know, you're getting the middle of the field more involved. You're getting these receivers more involved now. So there's going to be a point in time this season where we're going to say, like, okay, we're good with Petulo. Like, we're good. Like you said, the Vikings game was a step in the right direction, even though they kind of like they had one good series in the first half and disappeared until the second half. But that game against the Giants, regardless if against the Giants or not, I mean, you scored 38 points, what you were supposed to do against a bad football team, and that's what you did. So, you know, it's just got to continue off of that. That's it. The next 2 weeks are crucial, no doubt.
Oh, they're huge games. They're huge games. Now, I think Detroit's got Washington. I'm going to stream that game tomorrow. I'm going to have to actually root for Washington in that game. It's to that point where I'm not even worried about our division opponents anymore because, I mean, they're so far behind. You know, you'd rather have the NFC conference opponents take more losses. Twitch says, which King I seen? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. William says, remember RG3, it's happening again. Why would you keep your leader in the game getting wiped 38-7? I know, it's crazy. They do the same exact thing as they're doing. And did you see RG3's reaction to them leaving him? And he's like, nah.
It was yeah, and I think part of it was just a raw. Yeah, I think he was just like shocked at just why they kept him in the game. But I think part of it was like I think he was having a flashback of his own career before his eyes too, of like, damn, you know. I mean, thank God the injury's not serious. I mean, it's not his throwing arm, which is good, but I mean, dislocated elbow. I thought it was a lot worse than that. You know, thought it was a lot worse than that.
Oh, I did too. They're saying he might be back in a few weeks. But what would I would shut him down?
Dude,
I would just shut him down for the year. There's no point. If Washington's smart, they shut him down. They allow themselves to lose out, get a higher pick, and you know, because they don't have that many picks. So I don't even know if they have a first round pick.
And Philly, he's got no fucking size, dude. The big problem with him, he's got no lower body. He's got no size. He gets hit by a 300-pound lineman or whatever, gets tackled the wrong way. That's what's going to happen. It's almost like Devontae Smith playing quarterback at that point. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The thing with Devontae, though, as a receiver, like, for the most part, he doesn't take big hits. He gets down, you know.
And when he does, he gets back up. Like every time they would throw remember, you know, the times where they throw screen pass to Devontae Smith, they're like, you gotta stop doing that, dude. You gotta stop doing that because that one hit, something's gonna happen. You know,
dude. I was watching the Raiders game Thursday, and Chip Dip Kelly kept running those stupid wide receiver screens he used to do all the time. I would lose my mind, dude. Fake new. Thank you. He says, I don't know what's up with Jalen Carter. He's not playing hard. Our best defensive line is Ajomo, and he's been a late round pick. Hopefully, Phillips helped Carter. See, I think Davis.
I disagree with that.
I think really the problem with Carter has been, I think he's been hurt. I think that shoulder has been a problem, right? Because they kept saying that every time it flares up, they have to take him out of the game. So, you know, I expect him to be better as the season goes on.
Yeah.
You know, Leon, thank you for the super chat. He goes, this team was built to make it to the Super Bowl. The coaches have to coach to win, not be passive when healthy. Roster top down. We are unstoppable. Just saying. I agree with you. I mean, we've mentioned this on this channel before. Like, when the Eagles are at their best is when they're aggressive. I mean, starting with Howie in the offseason and what he does, then the way the team plays and the way that they coach, like, that's our nature. AJ Brown said we've got too many killers on offense to be passive, and he's right. No. You know, he's right.
Yeah.
SA, thank you for super chat. On paper, with a healthy Alexander, our secondary should be way improved. Makuba and Reed will have proper help. He's still in the prime. Exciting. Yeah, I mean, that's the big question with Alexander. Like, does he have anything left? You know, I saw that there were a couple of Raven content creators that were like really pissed off they let him go.
A lot
I
of
don't
them
know.
were.
You know, like also I heard that he fits what the Eagles do better than what the Ravens do defensively. So I mean, we're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. David Super Chat. If we get Jaire any semblance of what he was with Q, it's good night. It's good night.
Yeah, no,
You
true.
know, it is. But I'm rooting for him. Tortiville, David Super Chat goes, prediction. Hurts accounts for 5 total touchdowns. 2 of them push Tush. Eagles do a Tush push celebration. Refs bullshit flag them for taunting. I'll take that, dude. I will
I don't give
so
a shit.
take it.
Run
You know
it
what I mean?
70 times. I don't give a shit. Run it.
Yeah.
Run it.
Yeah, exactly. Shaver says Carter's been playing her all year, and it's most likely because this is the first year he can start negotiation his contract. Yeah, he can get a contract extension at the end of the year. That's true. Spurgeon King Davis Super Chat. Are either one of you gonna watch the remake of Three Men and a Baby, starring Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, Tyler Steen, and Micah Parsons as a baby? I'm going to the premiere.
What the fuck?
I'll be at the premiere of that. You're kidding me? I would love to see that. Yeah, why not? You know,
Yeah, I guess.
Parsons wanted to be an Eagle, even over a Packer, dude. He thought he was going to.
Yo, Howie Roseman denied about Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. He denied it at the trade deadline press conference. You know he was in that shit.
Oh,
you know he was.
I said in my previous video, I think that Myles Garrett to Philly's not done yet. He's going to get traded to the Eagles this offseason. We're going to win the Super Bowl again, and he's coming back. He's coming to Philly. I really believe it because the Browns are stupid. They should have done that in a second.
Why are they so stubborn on training their own guy? Why have they been stubborn on? I mean, look, I don't know if it was going. I mean, I just look at the dead cap between what the Browns are going to deal with, 20 million and 40 million. I don't know how you get out of that, but that's a big
restructure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But that's not. I mean, dude, we ate 50-something million in dead cap hit. 32 million of it was like Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Malik
Sometimes
Jackson,
you just have
Alshon Jeffrey.
See, this is what the NFL is pissed off about the Eagles. The Eagles will pay the dead cap hit. They will set up their contracts right with those 4 years. And basically the Eagles will pay money to get out of those situations. They'll pay the cash. Other teams and owners do not want to do that. So they get mad. So they're mad at the Eagles because the Eagles make them all look bad because they don't really care about winning at the end of the day. They care about making money first and winning second. The Eagles want to win first. So that's the problem. You know, as far as Garrett goes, you know, I don't care if I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. What do I care that you have him the next 2 years when you're going to be shit? You might as well get the picks and rebuild, you know?
Right.
Look, I think the Jets did the right thing at the deadline. Like they got two firsts for Sauce Gardner, and then they got a first for what's his face. I mean, yeah, stock up on picks. Now you got to draft the right guy, or it doesn't matter. But you know,
right.
Global Noble goes, the Eagles might beat the Packers so bad it might have a lasting effect on the franchise. It could. See, I look at this like I think the Packers and the Rams have the Eagles in their head. Like, I think those two teams are stuck on the Eagles. They just, for whatever reason, they can't beat the Eagles. And I think it's going to play itself out this week. Greg Q, man, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, what's your grade of Louis C.K. as a comedian? As a comedian?
I haven't watched him in years.
It's been a long time. I guess. I guess. I mean, it's been a long time. Leon Davis Super Chat. He goes, if Howie got Simmons, would you sit Makuba? Me, yes. You mean Justin Simmons? No. I wouldn't sign Justin Simmons at all. He's older now, and he's not played all year long. I don't see how that situation helps you. I will say this though, Asante Samuel's going on his little tour where he's out and about meeting a bunch of teams. None of them are the Eagles though. None of them. Easy Bix, David Super Chat, hoping 55 gets a sack. Love his trash talk. That would be glorious if he got a sack.
Be awesome.
Yeah. So you think Bill Burns? Yeah, I do. I love
think
George
he's hilarious.
Carlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird's funny. Carlin's hilarious. Carlin's one of the goats, dude. Let's see here. Garrett chose to stay in Cleveland. It would be would have got the money regardless. Why would he expect Cleveland? So I don't know, did you hear the rumor twits? And I don't know how true this is, but there were reports and stuff, rumors that the reason Garrett stayed in Cleveland was because they told him they were trading for Dak Prescott. Remember early last year before the draft, there were rumors that Dak was going to get traded to Cleveland. And it was a big thing. So there's a rumor that he was lied to about them getting a quarterback. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how.
I mean, at this point, it's like they already had Joe Flacco in the building and they got rid of him, and he won the game. They won the game right after. I mean, I just don't. Just give Sanders a shot at this point. Like I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're doing. Like
I don't know either. Roll Philly Dog says 500 Joey. Our defensive line is going to wreak havoc Monday night. Love better get the ball out quick. Yeah, I think he's going to have. I think he's going to have a big. I think the defensive line is going to look totally different. I mean that's what I expect, anyways. We'll see. A-War Rage says Makuba has 2 interceptions, but out of position a lot. He's defense been a rookie. Yeah, he's a rookie. I mean, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a guy who at times makes plays because of talent and stuff, and then at other times he's going to make mistakes because he doesn't have the experience, Yeah,
Reed's been holding it down in the back end too, which is good. So if we're talking about Makuba, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Get tired of people in chat saying we don't need superstar players. People just like to say dumb shit. I miss who don't they want? I want superstar players. I want them across the board. Williams says Alexander is only 29. The Eagles get the pass rush going. It's going to be a steal. It could be. It could be a huge steal. Nick Davis Super Chat goes, Phillips will become a Pro Bowl edge for us. Book it. Question is if he becomes, let's say he goes out and he's great. Say he has 6-7 sacks the second half of the season. Would you sign him to an extension?
It really depends on who else is going to be signed. I mean, Nolan Smith is going to be a question mark. Dean, I feel like they're going to have to, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have some time with Jahad Campbell, and Bond has another year. So I don't think the Dean contract's going to be expensive. Reed's a captain. So, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be a small signing. Like, I don't think he's going to get top safety money or anything like that. We know Jalen Carter's going to get the bag. Mm-hmm. So is there room for – I mean, I think that the option is out there. That's why they signed him. I don't think it's just a rental. It's either a rental for a comp pick or it's going to be a rental turned to an extension.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean, yeah, great. If he has a great year, yeah, I mean, we're dying for an edge rusher. We don't know if Graham's going to play another year. We don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah. Philly Swag, David Super Chickens. What current Eagles you guys think get their jersey retired? Well, I think Hurts is going to get his when it's all said and done. Now there's retired and then there's unofficially retired, right? Like you have like Randall Cunningham. Nobody can wear 12, but it's not officially retired. I think Lane Johnson deserves it, obviously, but will they do it with an offensive lineman or will they just unofficially retire it?
Burr's
they probably retire his, because I guess they're going to retire Kelsey's, right? Besides that, I think in the future probably Hurts. Obviously, you're not going to retire all their numbers. You just can't do it.
Right.
Spike says, I'm not trading for Garrett with the possibility of losing Philly Bulldogs. Homegrown is always better. Nah. I mean, when you got a generational talent in
it's a different
Myles
story.
Garrett, I think it's different. It's like Reggie going to Green Bay, kind of. But I mean, it depends. I mean, what is their situation going to be with Nolan Smith? Like, is Nolan Smith? Do they want to extend him? Like, let me ask you this: if you extend him this off season, is he cheaper to extend? Like, almost like he's a value to extend him because, I mean, what leverage does he really have? He might be a bargain.
Yeah, but I mean, it just like I said, I think it's a wait and see approach on what Nolan does the rest of the year. I don't know if you're gonna wait a whole nother year, let him play out next year, and then try to get a quick extension. Like, how long are you gonna wait?
Yeah.
Do you want him to play good this year, sign him, and then he plays like shit next year? Do you want to it's just because he's only played 3 games and obviously needs more time. So
He needs more time.
I think it's just a patient game, probably.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Tortyville says, I think some teams will start unretiring numbers due to the limit of numbers. Carmichael jersey was retired. But yeah, you might be right about that. You might be right that. What the frig? Dude, you gotta stop the spam, but I'm gonna read this because I don't know what the hell. So I can't deal with your face. You ruined my marriage. Okay. Made me put hands on my wife. She's trying to go to bed. What the frig are you talking about, dude?
Who the hell is that?
Who thinks of something that insane to type in here? Like, I just don't understand. Do you hear voices in your head? And it says, hey, type this. Like, where does somebody even think that?
I don't know.
God. Dude, just time him out for the spam. I don't understand what the heck. I don't even know what he's talking about. I have us winning 45-18 versus Green Bay. Holy crap. This 2-game stretch will be Rams-Ravens stretch of last year. I could see it being that kind of stretch, yeah. What did you? Let's do predictions. I like that. I can't get my mind off this guy. I'm still thinking about that comment. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, where does something like that even come from? Because obviously he's not being honest. He's not telling the truth. He's just trolling. But like, man, what a bizarre troll.
That's a disturbing shit.
That's a disturbing one, right? Is he sitting at home drooling into a cup, hearing voices? Like what's going on? JMB says 45-18. All right, I don't know why. I keep having this flashing number when I think of this game. I don't know why, but I'm gonna just go with it because it's like it keeps popping in my mind. Eagles 27, Packers 10.
We're very close. I said 27-14. I was
27-14. Wow,
pretty close. Yeah.
I just am like, I don't know why. I just close my eyes. I keep thinking 27-10. 27-10. I don't know. So 27-10, I got the Eagles winning. Oh man. We are gonna smoke stogies. We're gonna celebrate if that's the case. And then you get the big game. That Detroit game is gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too: is if you could beat Detroit and Green Bay, they gotta play each other on Thanksgiving Day. What a freaking good game that is.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
One of those teams is going to lose again. If you split with those teams, then obviously you have to root for the team that beat you or root against the team that beat you. But if you win both of those,
you're sitting fucking high and mighty at that point.
Man, you're sitting pretty. You win both those Washington games and you beat Cowboys. The Raiders. Yeah. I mean, you're set. You're going to have home field throughout the playoffs. But is there anything else we want to talk about before we get another insane comment from some guy drooling in his cup?
Yeah, no, I think we covered everything. I mean, it seemed like a really long week. Trade deadline, seeing who's healthy, who's not, everyone seems to be healthy going through this game. So
I got it right. This guy, I love Nick Yak. He's such a troll, though. I felt crazy watching you. So happy winning a championship. You probably drove him crazy. I guess. I don't know.
Literal crazy.
It was just a really bizarre comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like I just don't know where that comes from.
I think we feel pretty good, though. We feel pretty good.
Feels pretty good. And Joey's gonna watch Pluribus and catch up so we can talk about it on soon, hopefully
tomorrow.
And we'll do. Are we gonna? We'll talk about post game for Monday night and stuff, all that. But
yeah.
Man, Pluribus, interesting show. Very interesting.
Oh yeah.
I love the first episode.
Nice.
So
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
We'll see how the rest of it goes. But yeah, it was good. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I think that's it. It's football tomorrow. I'll be streaming. It looks like I'm gonna stream the Bucks, Pats, and the Detroit Commanders. I don't think I'm gonna do the Sunday night game. So yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a great night. Peace out. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Peace.
Plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dad. That was on you, Dad. That was on you, Dad.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the fantasy lamb. Trying to feed the sea lamb. You tried to feed the sea lamb. You got to give it to sea lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jaire Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.